right, I think we're live.
I think we are.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to our presentation today. I see that I have to actually click go live on all these other little things here. Let me just remove that. And getting all kinds of notifications. Okay, so we've done, I don't know, I want to say thousands of webinars, and we've done hundreds upon hundreds of live streams now, but this is the first time that we're doing a webinar on StreamYard. Mm-hmm. We've used just about every webinar platform there is. Welcome to our Cyber Sale Black Friday presentation. Hope you guys have been having a good holiday, and all the sales start now, right? So we're going to dive in. And before we do that, just to let you know, if you're on the website where you should be, thebestblackfridaysale.com, you should be able to see that there is a little chat button up in the top right corner there. And let's see if I can. Yeah, it's like a little chat bubble. And if you open that, it'll expand the chat, and you can see the chat in real time. It's an actual live chat, and I see a bunch of people in here. Just go ahead and pop your name and where you're from in there real quick. And if you are here live, you'll be able to see that chat. And if you're not, well, you're just going to hear me say hello to everybody that's in the chat. Melinda's here next to me saying hello to everybody. I see Andrew Orham. And by the way, there's a 10-second delay. I tested this, and there's a 10-second delay. So I don't expect, when I ask for everybody to give me their name and where they're from, I know it's going to be a couple of seconds anyway. So I do want to say hello to Andrew Orham. Hello to David Shoup in the house. Randy Hall's in the house. What's up? Rudy Collins is here. Eli Shemmer is here. Terrence Robinson's here. John Johns, Peter Lawton. And yeah, it seems to just be kind of blowing up now. I can't keep up. Leo Hendricks, Don Simpson, Robert Kamerer. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. He's in Chicago. North Carolina's in the house. Gobble Gobble from New Jersey. Don is in the house. Western Australia. Wow. Okay. Well, so you guys can hear us. You guys can see us. And in a second here, I will be sharing my screen. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add that right now. I just want to confirm that you guys can see that as well. To my right, because for whatever reason I wasn't seeing the presentation here. And again, I know that there's a little bit of a delay. So if you guys can see the screen as well as see myself and Melinda there to the left, go ahead and say yes in the chat, and I'll know. Are you trying to say that you're getting cut off? Okay, gotcha. So that's not the right slide that you should be on. All right, and let me go ahead and stop sharing that. That was the wrong one. I'm supposed to be sharing the actual screen, and I wasn't. So here we go. And all right, can you guys see this now? I hope. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. I keep adding the wrong one. I need to delete this one. That was the actual slides.
I swear we've done this before.
Yes, we've done this numerous times before, believe it or not. So if I add that to the screen there, you should be able to see now the actual presentation, which is this. Right, and yes, we have done it before. Yes, Nelson said, "Oh, I didn't get a registration email or a we're starting email." Yeah, it's it works a little bit differently with StreamYard. And I'll tell you what, from the presenter side, StreamYard is super easy. I screw it up and I make it look difficult, but it really isn't. It's like the easiest platform to use, far more stable and far easier than using what is it? We use GoToWebinar. Mm-hmm. So I do, however, want to probably I'm going to remove us from the screen when I start. But I guess for right now, we can be on the left-hand side. Melinda's kind of getting cut off a little bit, so I'm going to go like that a little.
I can get closer to you.
And Yeah, it's you guys are still seeing all the stuff. So yeah, when I switch back and forth from computer to share screen, it just kind of bounces around. But all right, I don't know. Is there like a place on here that tells us like how many people are here?
No.
Really? Not even for like yeah, right there. It says 34.
Oh, I'm not logged in there. That's
yeah,
fine.
it's just okay. So we got all right. So awesome. So let's go ahead and kick it off. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing, and just we're going to jump right into this presentation. We got a lot to go over, and I'm telling you, this is a pretty exciting one because we've been doing Black Friday presentations since before Cyber Monday was even a thing, and because of that, I can confidently say that this right here is the I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Stand by. This right here, I can say confidently is the most exclusive, the most unprecedented, the unprecedented webinar of our career, because we've never done this kind of an offer. We've never done this kind of a presentation. And we decided to give up our holiday to do this. For the last 5 years, we've been not doing a Black Friday offer. We started about 10 years ago, probably maybe a little more even. We started doing these Thanksgiving webinars, and there was no such thing as Cyber Monday when we started doing them. So we were one of the first, if not the first, in the little MMO space to start doing these Black Friday offers. And we would kick it off with a Thanksgiving webinar. So the Thursday night before Black Friday tonight, we would kick it off and we would announce what we are doing starting Black Friday. And it was a hit. Like, we would make a lot of money on those Black Friday weekends. And then Cyber Monday came up and like, we'll extend it to Monday. And about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, we just said, you know what, we're tired of giving up our Thanksgiving night, and we said let's just not do it. And we got a little lazy last few years, and we haven't done one. This year, we decided, well, we've got something awesome that we want to share, and we're gonna do this webinar right now for you, and you're absolutely gonna love it. And with that said, I want to make sure that you understand something. This is our Black Friday cyber sale webinar. This is an exclusive, unprecedented webinar. You know what? Let me start it properly. Okay. So welcome to our Black Friday cyber sale exclusive, unprecedented webinar. Melinda and I are super excited to present this for you. And I want to start off with this screen right here, which is just confirming that we've never, ever shown you this before. If you think these slides look familiar, just rest assured that we're about to present something that we have never done in 18 years online. This is an extremely limited and time-sensitive offer that we will never do again. Okay, you have not seen this before. The slides might look familiar because I've used this slide deck in the past, but I guarantee you've never seen this. And I want you to stick around to the very, very end. Okay. Right now, what our goal is to basically show you how you can profit from your own hands-off software business. Okay, we've put together something for you that is an amazing learning experience in this presentation, and then we've got an offer for you that is going to just blow the doors off of anything you've ever seen, and is going to really put you in a position to make more money than you ever have before in 2026. Okay, and that's even if you have zero experience, zero technical skills. You can make money off of software, recurring income, confidently, and you don't have to be a tech genius. You don't have to have a big staff, and we're going to show you exactly how to do that right here. Our number one goal today is to teach you how to create predictable monthly income without launches, without burnout, and without having to build a darn thing. We're going to show you the path around all of that technical work and all that technical jargon. This is not a BS webinar. This is 100% factual stuff that we're going to share with you. You're only going to see methods that Melinda and I have personally used to make millions. And I guarantee you that if you stay to the end, you'll know exactly how we've done this. And this is very exclusive. We're going to open up the doors to something that only a few people will be allowed in, and you'll see exactly why. And you're going to have a very small window of opportunity here. So again, I implore you to watch this to the very, very end. And Please remember, this is a brand new offer like we've never made before, and we never will again. You may think that you've seen this presentation before, but you have not. Watch this now or you will miss out. This is our Black Friday cyber sale, and the offer is going to end at 11:59 p.m. on Monday, December 1st. Okay, so what we're presenting here to you right now is going to be available till Monday, December 1st, unless we run out of spots before then. If that's the case, you wouldn't be seeing this right now. It would have already been taken down, right? So pay close attention. So if you've been wondering who we are, nobody cares who I am, but you've been watching this beautiful young lady next to me. You've been wondering, oh, who are they? Well, my name is Omar Martin, and this is my beautiful wife,
Melinda Martin.
And she is the better half. She is also the CEO of the company. She keeps me in line. And she tries to, it's great when I have her next to me when I'm doing these presentations, because when I start going off track, like I'm literally doing right now, she kicks me under the table and I'm like, whoa, what happened? And then I jump back in place, right? So I get very, very easily distracted. But Melinda and I run a small company called Higher Level Strategies Incorporated out of Orlando, Florida. We have 6 employees, and we've been doing this for quite a while. We are high ticket sales experts. We're authors. We're speakers. We're software developers, and we've been in business since 2000. Well, we've been incorporated in 2008. I was tinkering. I started in 2007, and I think we had 2009 was like our big breakthrough when we launched our first 6-figure product. We've generated 8 figures online so far, and honestly, it's crazy to say that, but we've been doing this now, obviously, for we're 18 years now. We're in our 18th year. And we're in the top 3% of affiliates on JVZoo. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And I'm not doing this to just kind of, put us on some pedestal, but it's important that if you're here for the first time, or you haven't been a follower of ours until just recently, it's important that you understand that you're not listening to some newbies. Like, we've been doing this before, believe it or not, regardless of the fact that I couldn't get the webinar playing properly in the beginning. We've been doing this a long time, and we're very successful at it. We are recurring income experts. Our latest website is making us $72,027 per year in passive income from monthly and yearly rebills. Okay, so what that means is that, and I believe it's actually, when I say our latest website, March of this year, so that would be 8 months, March, 8 months is when we launched it publicly. And since then, between signups, we can see the numbers there. I took a screenshot. We're using AimPay, which is a proprietary payment platform. We are using that to collect the payments. And we've had 375 monthly subscribers, monthly signups, 90 yearly, 311 people have canceled. We have 154 active accounts, and that results in a $72,027 per year forecast, right? So what that means is that all of our active monthly subscribers to this website pay us. They pay us either $97 a month, or they pay us $797 for the year. Collectively, that is $72,027 per year in passive income. And again, this is just one site. You build it once and you monetize it forever. And obviously, websites require maintenance. They require updates and things like that. But generally speaking, when you create these kinds of income streams, all you have to do is cover the attrition. And attrition is when people cancel or cards expire. So you always want to have some influx of new subscribers. So you want to keep doing campaigns or promotions, keep doing sales like Black Friday specials and things like that to kind of keep traffic coming in. But essentially, you can set it and you can have it making you passive monthly income for a long time. And there's a huge, huge advantage to doing that in your business. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I didn't know this. I didn't go to school for this. I'm no like tech wizard or computer science major or anything like that. I was a blue collar worker. I was an EMT paramedic for the New York City Fire Department. And I did that very proudly for many years. After September 11th, I realized I was never going to go back into EMS, and changed my life completely. I put what I owned into the back of a Toyota Tercel, or was it a Honda Civic? It was a little I had a lot of those little cars, but the little compact car that I owned at the time, put my stuff in the trunk and just drove down to Florida. And that's when I applied for my first door-to-door sales job. And Melinda actually was the one that interviewed me for that job.
I did.
And she hired me. And before you know it, we were married and we were door-to-door salespeople. We were traveling the country. That was a long time ago. Now my life is completely different. We live in a beautiful house in Orlando, Florida. I went from being a paramedic to speaking on stages all over the world. That's actually me speaking at the Commission Expo, which is an event that we hosted ourselves here in Orlando, Florida. And my life is completely different, right? I don't have to answer to a boss. I don't have to answer it. Well, I guess you could say that Melinda's my boss and I have to answer to her.
I think a lot of people say that.
Yeah. So I don't have to answer a radio that sends me to dangerous calls. I'll put it that way. But it's just a totally different lifestyle. Melinda and I have done multiple six-figure launches, and we've sold tens of thousands of units and products. You can see some of the results right there, just some of the kind of results that we've gotten from some of our launches. That's just a screenshot from inside the JVZoo members area. I just sorted it and I just, took a snapshot of it. As you can see, some of those have, 7,000 units, 4,000 units. There's one with 559 units, a smaller one with 113 units. And then you can see the revenue over here on the right, all six-figure launches. And you can see over here our profile, and this is all public information, by the way. Our JVZoo account ID is 13747. You can look this up and verify it. We're in the top 10% of sellers on JVZoo. I'm very proud of that. And the top 3% of affiliates on JVZoo. And what I'm really proud of there is we've got a 3.51 refund rate. In an industry where like 10% is the standard, we're sitting at 3.51, which I'm very, very proud of. That's awesome. We've been featured in all kinds of different publications. There we are on the cover of Fearless Netpreneur. And actually that book right there, Rise of the JVZoo Superheroes, JVZoo actually features, they dedicated an entire chapter of their book to Melinda and myself. So again, I'm not doing this to kind of brag or show off my accolades. I'm doing it to show you we've been around. We've done this before. We know what we're doing. We've failed at it enough times to have learned the right ways to do it. And we're people that you can actually listen to. I want to give you a disclaimer about what you're about to see in this webinar, because we're going to be talking numbers. We're going to be sharing with you the current stats in the industry. We're going to be talking to you about results. And again, I want to point out that this is a no BS webinar. I'm going to be very transparent, and I'm going to say this to you. Our results and the results of any students that are shown are not typical. We have skills, experience, and work habits that most people don't. Building an online business takes time, it takes effort, and it takes persistence. We can't and don't guarantee that you'll make any money. Your success depends on your own actions, your resources, and your market conditions. And I want to be very upfront about that, because sometimes people get all excited about the big numbers and they forget, like, wow, we've been doing this for a long time and we know the process. And my goal here is to show you the shortcut, to show you the way that you don't have to spend all the years and make all the painstaking mistakes that I had to make in order to create that passive recurring income in our business. Okay, so I want to start with this trigger warning. I'm about to tell you something that no guru would ever tell you. And that's a fact. Here you go. Ready? You need recurring income in your online business to survive. You just do. Without predictable monthly income, you will fail. Period. I'll stand behind that. I've been doing this long enough, and I've had thousands upon thousands upon thousands of customers. I've found thousands of students. I've had hundreds and hundreds of clients that I've worked with. And I've known so many really good people that have been internet marketers that have been on the scene and launched products, and then they've just faded away into the darkness and you don't hear about them anymore. And it's because if you don't have that monthly predictable recurring income, you're going to fail, because you've got to keep the lights on. You've got to pay the bills. You've got to have money come in while you build your business. And if not, you're just going to be trapped in a feast or famine cycle, because here's what happens, right? You end up creating a product, or even if you're able to make a little bit of money for a short time, you create a product, you launch it, you do some kind of a campaign, you make a little bit of money. What happens is, if you want that money to come in again, you have to do that launch again. You have to do that thing again. So you get caught in this cycle where it's like, when I'm doing a launch and I'm generating a little bit of money, I'm great, I'm feasting. But then when that launch is over, I'm in famine. I'm not making any money and I'm struggling. So you got this up and down cycle over and over again. It's a very, very stressful cycle to be in. I get it. Launching products is important. Melinda and I were stuck in that cycle in the beginning. We used to literally launch a product like every 3 months. Our goal was to launch 4 products a year, spend 2 months creating the product, a month recruiting affiliates and prepping for launch, and then launching. And trying to do a minimum of 2,000 units so that we could fill a back-end webinar so we can make our money on the back end. Like we've done this so many times for years and years. And at a point, I remember getting so good at it that I can predict the amount of money that we were going to make from a launch, like within a few dollars.
Yeah, like almost to the penny. It was just like, I would sometimes be so impressed because you'd get on the whiteboard and start writing numbers and be like, this is how much we're going to make with this. And sure enough, like how close you would get was really impressive.
Because it's just math, right? You can look at the most important page in your funnel, which is your JV page. You can see the rate at which JVs are signing up. You could see it just becomes a formula, right? So once you know how many JVs you have signed up to promote, you already know what percentage of those JVs will actually promote. And out of them, you know what percentage of clicks you're going to get. And based on the clicks, you know the conversion rate of your sales page. So you know how many sales on the front end you're going to make. And then you can track the whole thing down the funnel and predict or forecast right in the neighborhood of how much you're going to make. And the more launches that you do and the more recurring income webinars and membership sites that you set, the better you become at seeing that and predicting that. And you know what? If you're not creating that recurring income in your online business, you're just creating an expensive hobby for yourself. And this hobby gets really, really expensive. If you don't get this thing making money, it ends up ruining your family, because you're going to be spending time away. You're going to be spending money, right? So you're signing, you got hosting, you got autoresponder. Now you've probably got like 3 or 4 AI tools that you sign up for. And your spouse is going to be looking at you like, okay, what's going on? You're putting all this time, spending all this time away from us. You're spending all this money and there's nothing coming in. You're going to end up running out of money and you will quit. So this is what no guru will tell you. Why? Because they want you to buy their thing. They want to make you think, oh, well, you're going to be rich. It's going to be awesome. All you need is this, right? And they won't tell you, hey, look, without recurring income, with no cash flow equals you're going to fail. And they don't tell you that because it's not really conducive to them selling you their wares, right? So I want to talk to you about I'm going to share 3 secrets with you that are really, really important. And this is if you walk away with anything, walk away with these 3 very, very important facts. Secret number 1, product launches are collapsing. That's not a sensational headline. That wasn't clickbait to get you on here. I'm going to back up. I'm going to give you the source of this information in just a minute here, and you're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about. The stats have gone from 2,000 units per launch to 200 units per launch. 10 years ago, we could launch a product, and the baseline was going to be 2,000 units. Like, you didn't even have to be a guru or have some like earth-shattering product to do 2,000 units. The average launch would do 2,000 units. We had some launches that did 4,000 or 5,000 units. Sometimes you'd have a launch that would come in a little less, 1,200, 1,400 units, but the average launch moved 2,000 units. Today, you're lucky if you're doing 200 units per launch across all the different platforms. And I'll expand on that a little bit in a minute. Most vendors are in feast or famine mode. You see this and you know this because they're constantly launching something. They're constantly in your inbox, constantly trying to sell you something. They're constantly, they run this business of desperation where they're launching something and it's the end all be all best thing in the world. And then next month they have another end all be all best thing in the world. And then next month they have another end all be all best thing in the world. They have to keep launching because if they don't have any money to pay their bills that month. And you can't make money doing that unless you have a high ticket back end. You can make money just launching products, but you're just constantly in this stress cycle. and eventually you get burnt out. And that's why so many marketers fade away and end up failing. But if you don't have something in your business, a high ticket back end that's making you those $500 sales, those $1,000 sales, those $2,000 sales, you're not really going to be able to make the kind of money that gives you the kind of life that you always dreamed internet marketing would give you. Product launches nowadays require a wide range of skills. So you can't just create a website, and it's gotten a lot easier with all the tools that we have now. Now with AI, it's even easier. But unless you have a high ticket product on the back end, you're not really making a difference. Like, you're just in that launch cycle. And I'm going to prove it to you, because the average launch doesn't even make enough money to really pay 1 week of your bills, let alone a month of your bills or 3 months of your bills. You literally have to constantly be launching products, right? And this leads you to uncertainty. It leads you to stress. It leads you to even despair. You can't make money, without a solid back end. You're too new, or you don't have anything valuable enough to be $1,000 product or a $2,000 product. You're constantly launching, and you constantly need new tools and new skills to launch. And now you're stressing over whether or not you're going to make enough money. And it even leads to despair. And when you're desperate, you end up making bad decisions, because you end up now spending a bunch of money on something because it's shiny, and you figure, okay, well, that's the thing I need to make money. I haven't been making money because I didn't have that thing. You've all fallen into it. Shiny object syndrome. I've been there, right? You always think like, wow, that thing, that's what I've been missing. And you buy that, and then what ends up happening, it just sits on your hard drive until the next shiny thing, right? So again, product launches are collapsing, and this is my proof of it. Now, I want to kind of preface what I'm going to show you here. This is one tiny sliver of the internet marketing space. There is a pretty cool new tool. It's called Launch Whisper. There are launch calendars out there. The most popular one is called Muncheye. There have been a lot of them throughout the years. Muncheye is really the only one that's really been around long enough and really actually established itself. A lot of them have come and go. The launch calendar is where vendors go and announce their launch, and they recruit affiliates through that. And there's a new tool which it seems to be pretty good. It's called Launch Whisper. It's in beta, and it's a really cool tool. What I like about Launch Whisper is that it gives you all the stats like right up at the top. So I took this screenshot, but what I want to make sure that I preface you with is this is just one snapshot, one tiny sliver of the entire marketplace. This isn't representing the entire marketplace. So this is just the product launches that are listed on Launch Whisper, but it is an average. And in my expert opinion, it gives us a very good snapshot of what's going on right now with launches, right? And we can see the total number of launches that are on the platform, 175, 145 of them are live right now. There's 30 in pre-launch. You can see all the total amount of units that are sold. This is awesome because now we can divide things, right? So if we were to take, for example, the total amount of units sold, 44,870, and then we divide it by the amount of launches that are live, or the amount of total launches, we get 256.4. So that tells us that the average amount of units that a launch is selling now is 256.4. Again, that's just one sliver of the marketplace. If we wanted a more accurate picture, we'd have to, go look at JVZoo individually, at their calendar, at ClickBank, at Warrior, at all the other ones. But by average, this is a very good snapshot. 256 units, and we can get even more information because you got average EPC, average commission. So if the average front end price is $17, right, and you sold 256 units, that means you grossed $4,358.50, right? So you're tracking the math. You see how this works? And now that we know we made the average launch makes $4,358, we can look and see the chart tells us the average commission across all launches, because some launches have 100% commission, some launches have 10% commission. Some products might have, the front end might have a high commission, the back end a low commission. The average commission across all of it is 52%. So if you take, okay, well, the overall gross was 43.58, but 52% of that went to the affiliates, that means it really just grossed 2,092, right? So 2,092, but wait, there's more. Because if you look at the very bottom of the Launch Whisper stats, they have a total prize pool. So this platform actually looks at the contests that are being offered by those vendors and the prize pool. So if we divide that by the total amount of launches, we know that the average launch has an $813 prize pool. Deduct that from the $2,092 gross, and you just made $1,278.29. Again, from a small snapshot of the marketplace, we've learned that the average launch does 256 units and makes the vendor $1,278.29. That's the average. That's not the standard. Some make more, some make less. But right now, if you're the average marketer with a decent product, a decent amount of affiliates, with a decent conversion rate, you're going to make $1,278. Now, listen, I don't know about you, but $1,278 definitely couldn't get me through a month. All right. It probably couldn't get us through a week. How many launches, product launches, how many products would you have to create and launch? And how often would you have to launch them in order to pay your bills and let alone have a life-changing income from your internet business? The stats don't lie. This is what we're seeing. So what used to be 10 years ago, a 2,000 unit base, man, like that's changed. It's down to 256 units. So this really all becomes about the back end, because you can't really support yourself and your business and grow and flourish with $1,278. So there's got to be something else going on. Secret number 2. I want to share with you this. By the way, this is undisputable. These are facts. The 2 most reliable marketing models in history. There's 2 of them: the book of the month and the gym membership. And I want you to understand the way the 2 of them work, because this is very important. And this can be pivotal in your business. In the book of the month model, every month they send you a new book to read. There's new content added. There's a new delivery monthly, but you sign up for something once and then they send you a new one every single month. So it's a consumable model, and then they load you up every single month. And I'm going to give you an example of a very, very famous one of these, because these are usually led by what we call a loss leader. So the first month, like, they're going to give you a couple of things for free. And then what they're going to say, okay, if you sign up for these, we're going to give you these for free. But then every month, we're going to charge you the regular price. That's the book of the month model. Now I'm going to talk to you about the gym membership model. Similar, because you're paying monthly, but this time they're not adding new things every single month. You just pay for access to the gym. So with the gym membership model, you're just paying for the access, for the key card. But the machines are the same. They never change. When you go in there, they might be trying to sell you some extra stuff every time. So they might have the t-shirts, the gear. They might have a smoothie bar. They might have some boxing classes that you could sign up for. They might have additional upsells when you go, but the machines are the same pretty much every single month. You're just paying for access. So these are 2 different models, but the same concept of recurring income. The book of the month adds new material, new content, new deliverables every single month. And the gym membership, same stuff, just access. You're just paying to have that access on a monthly basis. You remember this one? I think I still owe Columbia House, like, who knows how much money. I'm showing my age with this one because it's got 8-track tapes on it. I bet you didn't even know those were 8-track tapes.
I did not. I was part of the actual book club.
Oh, really? Okay.
I was always a reader.
Yeah.
So like I remember getting the magazine where you can select which books you wanted. Right. That's how you signed up.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I get all these books,
Yeah, I remember that. And you get a free poster if you sign up.
And then all of a sudden it was just like, okay, here you're starting to get billed.
Right.
And then my mom would freak out.
And you could get here, you could select cassettes, records, or tapes. Right. So you would get 13 right now. Normally a record album or a cassette would be like $10, right? It could be $10 to $20, right? And here they're giving you 13 of them for $1. So right away, that's like, whoa, holy, but that's just the loss leader, right? Because then what's going to happen is they're going to send you, it's a crazy front end offer to hook them in. And then every single month, they're going to send you out a new CD at the regular price, right? So this is the book of the month model, right? So this is just a crazy old school example. Now, the gym membership is a little bit different. You sign up, you get that little key that opens the door and lets you in, right? And you're paying every month, but you're just paying for that key to be able to open the door. You're just paying for that access, right? If your payment fails or you stop paying, your key no longer opens the door to the gym. You can't get in anymore, right? And this works for software. This is exactly how software licenses work. You literally get a key. It's a serial number. It's a key code. And as long as you have it, look, I have one right there. That one actually expired August 12th of 2025. That was my ScreenFlow license key. ScreenFlow is the software that I use to edit my videos. And I pay for a key, And then what happens is I can use the software while my key is active. The moment my key expires, guess what? I can't use the software anymore. Or it puts like this watermark on the videos so that I can't really use the videos anymore. I can still use, they tease me because I can still use the software, but I can't really use the videos because once I render them, it's got a watermark on them. So again, similar model, requires continuous payment. And when it's continuity, it could be yearly or monthly continuity. Generally, those are the two that we see. Weekly is also very powerful. Now I'm going to share with you secret number 3. This was the funnel that changed our lives. Remember that page?
Yes, I remember that drawing as well. I remember you drawing that.
Yeah, I drew that little picture of that newbie there on his computer. We were watching, what was it, the show with the stars?
Was it So You Think You Can Dance? Or
something like that. Or one of those.
American Idol.
American Idol. We're sitting there at the couch. I grabbed a notebook and a magic marker, and I started drawing the newbie. But anyway, this site right here that we launched, this was a game changer for us, because what we did with this is we actually created a combination of those things. So we took the lost leader concept that we just talked about with those CDs and those tapes, and instead of actually sending them directly to a subscription, we sent them to a free trial. So we combined these things. We created a lost leader that led to a free trial. And after this 30-day trial, the members were billed $36 per month. Now, here's the cool thing about it. We had thousands of people that bought the front end. We had several thousand that actually signed up for the trial. But at the end of 30 days, we had 1,300 members that stuck with it. They didn't cancel. They stayed with it. And that resulted in $46,000 per month coming in per year. Now, here's the deal with this lost leader. This lost leader, you can see it on the right-hand side. It's a CD. It was a CD-ROM. Now, obviously, I don't recommend doing CD-ROMs anymore, right? But you can do all kinds of lost leaders nowadays. Back then, the CD-ROM was a free plus shipping offer. So it was $7, I think, it's shipping, or maybe a little bit more. Maybe it was like $9. And it only costed us $7 because we were buying the CDs in bulk, the printing, everything from the same company. It was costing us like $7 for a CD to be printed and shipped, right? So we were just about breaking. Now, we would lose money on international orders. We'd go backwards a few dollars, but it all balanced out. And we wouldn't make any money on the front end, but we weren't really going backwards either. What this did is it exposed thousands of people to that rebill offer, to that free trial, where we said, hey, sign up for this for 30 days. We're not going to charge you a penny right now. And if you decide to keep it, we're going to bill you $36 a month. 1,300 people at $36 a month, $46,800 per month. Even after we paid fulfillment costs, even after we paid affiliates, we were clearing well over $30,000 a month. And it happened for years. I think the attrition on this, it
was crazy how long it happened.
I think it was like 6 years later, we still had some people paying us. It was absolutely bonkers. And right after this happened, this changed everything for us, because I'll tell you what, there's no better feeling than having $30,000 hit your bank account right at the beginning of the month. You don't have to worry. Like you trust me, there's a lot less stress in your life when you know that all your bills are paid at the beginning of the month. You don't, now you can spend the rest of your month being creative, doing the things you love. You have control of your time. There's no better feeling than having that recurring income. Now, again, this doesn't just happen automatically. It takes work. But I'll tell you, this is the way to go. Now, here's what it would look like if you had your own recurring income funnel. Okay, so right here, take notes. These are the components. This is the funnel that changed our life for us. Front end to free trial. So the front end has to be a no-brainer information product. What's a no-brainer product? It's kind of like that deal when we saw Columbia House, where, we know that one record album, one CD, or one cassette, it's like about $10. They're going to give us 13 of them. That's $130 value for $1. Okay, that's just insane. That's just so crazy that it makes me wonder, is that even real? Like, is that even true? When you've got a no-brainer offer like that, it's going to convert like crazy. And that's your front-end lost leader. And then instead of going right to an upsell and trying to get more money out of them, here's the secret. Here's the trick. You send them right to a free trial. You say, hey, great. I'm glad that you signed up for that. Listen, I'd like for you to try this thing out for 14 days or for a month or for whatever. Give them a taste to get them hooked on your SaaS. your software as a service. This is how it works. Front end gets them in the door, and then a free trial to let them play around with the software. Let them use it. Let them log in. Let them see how cool it is, right? They're going to automatically be billed in 14 days or in 30 days, whatever you set up the offer to be. Then after that, that's when you show them the additional upsell. And this is great. You always want to have upsells because upsells attract affiliates. Front end offers at 100%. Attract affiliates. And another thing that attracts affiliates is upsells. Because if you've got an upsell at $100 or $197 or even at $47, and the affiliate knows they're making 50% of that, man, that one sale of that could be $100. 3 or 4 sales of that could be $300-$400 for them. So they love it when you have a really cool one-time offer. Then the final things you need, very important, a members area, a protected members area. Protected because you got to give them a unique password to log in. And that's what makes the whole thing secure. It's like having that key to enter the gym. If you just leave the doors open all the time and put your content on YouTube, anybody can watch it. There's nothing special about that. Who's going to keep paying you monthly if it's nothing, there's no gate, there's no locked door, right? So you want to have a protected members area. Finally, this is the key. And this is where your high ticket profit is made. This is what keeps the doors open. This is what makes the life-changing money. And that is having a back-end webinar, something that sells for $1,000, something that sells for maybe $2,000. And here's the thing. You don't have to be the author of that thing. You don't have to be the creator of that thing. So don't let fear creep up in you right now and your subconscious say to you, oh, I could never sell a high ticket $1,000 thing. I have nothing that I can share of $1,000. Don't be that person, because you could easily share somebody else's thing. And now if it's a $2,000 product, your commission on that is $1,000. Or if it's a $1,000 product, your commission on that is $500.
That's exactly how we have done it, for so many years. That's been a huge thing in our business, and it's helped us get to where we are today because of that back end, which is such
long before
so
we had our own, we used to promote
yes,
other people's.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, we would start at the back end. We'd find out, like we'd contact somebody who knows, hey, do you got a really good converting back end offer, high ticket webinar right now?
What's the topic?
How much does it cost? Right.
Yeah.
And then we'd say, okay, awesome. I'm going to go create a product to be a loss leader to lead into. I'd reverse engineer the whole process until we started developing our own back end stuff, because I started realizing, like, wait a second, we're giving away 50% on the back end. Why don't we just make our own? So, in due time, you'll be able to do that with your own business. You'll get there. But again, it's about having this in your own business. They pay you monthly for a software that we build for you. That's the picture that I want to create for you. SaaS, software as a service. This is where you log in, you use the software. And you probably have subscriptions to a bunch of these already. Software as a service, like if you've got a subscription to Netflix, if you've got a subscription to Spotify, if you've got I can't think of any more right now, but we're probably subscribed to 50 different things right now. I'm sure you are too. Some sort of software that you log in either on your phone or on your tablet or on your computer. You're paying a service. I bet you subscribe to at least 10 apps where you're paying $3.99. I don't even know. I see the thing, you just got billed $3.99 for that. I don't even know what it's for. Something I downloaded at some point or another, right? Well, you're now the person that's billing people, right? So instead of you being the person that's being charged monthly, you're the one that's charging monthly. You set this thing up one time, and because they want access to your software as a service, the software that creates pages for them, or the software that makes videos for them, or the software that does something they need in their life, you're the provider of that software. You just give them access to it. Your website has built-in software so that your customers can create their own lead capture funnels, their own pages for their website. And now they're paying you monthly for access to that thing, which means if they stop paying, they lose their funnels. And this is key. This is called when your offer has teeth, like a pit bull. Your people come in with the free trial, and now your offer grabs them, because during that free trial, they use your software to build a bunch of assets. So in this scenario, your website has built-in software that they can use to create lead capture pages. So they connect their autoresponder with your software during their trial. They make their lead capture page. They start building their list. They get some subscribers. Then all of a sudden, it's time to renew. They're paying you monthly for access. If they stop paying, they're going to lose that page. They're going to lose those assets. They're going to lose that thing that they built, those funnels. There's going to be a painful disconnect. In order to avoid that painful disconnect, they keep paying. And that's the key. That's why SaaS is so important. That's why we want to talk to you right now about what we're doing with our recurring Empire offer. Now, we've offered recurring Empire in the past, but what we're doing right now is a Black Friday cyber sale. This is an exclusive because it's very, very limited. And it's an unprecedented offer because we've never done this before and we never will again. With our recurring Empire offer that we've done before, we let a few people, a very limited amount of people, get white label access to our software so they could sell it as their own. We built it, we deployed it, it was beautiful. You're going to see that. It's awesome. And what we're doing right now is we're creating a triple threat for you. So for 2026, we don't want you to have just one recurring Empire website. We want you to have 3. So we're doing something unprecedented that we've never done before, that you've probably never seen any marketer do before. What we're going to do is we're going to give you 3 websites, 3 white labels. We're going to set up 3 income streams for you, all for the price of 1. That's what our recurring Empire Black Friday cyber sale is all about. That's why this is unprecedented. We're going to white label our recurring income funnel for you. That includes the software that I was just talking about, the one that I'm going to demonstrate for you in a minute here. That's our lead funnel building software. It's a white label of our Convert Tools program, built right into a custom site with a PLR product offer, with a library of over 100 products that we've created personally, not AI, personally, we've created this. Then we're also going to give you a white label to our weekly web workshops membership site. This is awesome. This is actual training that we did over a period of months. And every single one of these workshops has 4 videos. These are intensive workshops, 4 hours. Some of them are 3 hours. Some of them, there's 4 videos in each. They each come with a workbook. They're awesome. And you could actually drip these in like the book of the month or the book of the week. I'm going to recommend that you do this weekly. And we set all this up for you. So you're going to have not only our white label recurring income funnel, you're also going to have white label rights to our weekly workshop membership site. And this is awesome. We're going to white label our brand new AI product creation website and software for you. That's another software, proprietary, a software that we've built. This is a website that's going to help your customers create their own digital products. And it's got a built-in AI-powered software that they can use as long as they're paying you for access. So again, this is a triple threat, 3 websites, 3 white label licenses, 3 income streams that we set up for you on your hosting, your domain, your name, your logo. We do it all. So again, like I said in the beginning, you're going to be able to do this without any technical know-how. You don't have to be a wizard. We're going to set it up for you, and you keep every single penny. That's literally what white labels means. And there's Melinda with her, sticking her finger at me. No gimmicks. This is 100% us. All right. This isn't, when I say we've got 3 websites for you here, this is us. We built this. We didn't plug in some instructions into ChatGPT and say, hey, spit out some products for us. We didn't do any of that. We created this software. Myself, Melinda did all the training. Our team of 6, we have a brilliant tech team that has developed these softwares. All of this is unique. None of this is AI created. And this is 100% us and our team personally setting it all up for you. So we're actually going to put it on, because that's the only way that I can guarantee that you're going to get results. I can guarantee you're going to have a functioning website. I can guarantee that your integrations are going to work, that your rebilling is going to work, that all of that's going to happen because we are personally going to set that up for it. And you're going to be able to kick off 2026 with 3 brand new recurring profit producing websites. That's what we want to do for you. And words matter. So I want to make sure you understand these 3 very important words. White label. White label means we do the work, you get the money. A white label license means our work, our software, our tools, our website, our design, we're setting it up for you, and you have a license to keep all of the money. It's on your domain. It's on your site. You own the assets, and we set it up for you. We do the work, you get the money. That's what white label means. Exclusive. What exclusive means in the context that I'm using it here, when I say exclusive, unprecedented offer, only 5 of these will be sold. We're only doing 5 of these triple threat offers, because do the math. If I sell 5 packages, we have to build 15 websites, okay? And we have to get on the calls with people. All 5 people have to give us their hosting details. We have, we're going to get into how we actually fulfill this in a minute, because we got to be able to, get your domain and connect everything and do all that for you. But only 5 of these will be sold, all right? And it's unprecedented, because we have never, ever done this before, and we never will again. We're doing 3 websites for what you would pay for just 1. That's why this is unprecedented. They pay you monthly for a software that we build, okay? We already went over this, the SaaS, software as a service. It's your website. It has built-in software so that your customer can create their own lead capture funnels. They're going to be paying you monthly for access, and if they stop paying, well, they lose access. I'm going to actually show you this. I'm going to show you what this looks like right now. I'm going to take a sip of water, and then we're going to just go right into demo mode here. So now I have a lot to show you, so bear with me. This is going to be a 10,000 foot view. I have 3 websites that I have to show you. If I were to show you every single page, every single button, every single video in every single one of these websites, we'd be here for a full day. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to see to be able to grasp the value and, exactly what's in this. All right. So I'm going to, I think you guys can already see my screen, and I'm looking at one of these right now. Let me go full screen on this. Actually, let's see if I can go full screen so we can come off and stand by. I'll go full screen here. Can you guys hear me now?
How about now?
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. I think when I came off, it took the mic off.
Yes, they can hear us now.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we have to stay on the screen. So I'll go back. All right. So you guys can hear us and you guys can see the screen at the same time, right? Just want to make sure. Yeah. All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll open up the site again and I'll just show you what I meant. This is the the sales page for the product. And your product that you're getting that we're going to build for you is not exact, but it is the same exact funnel that we used when we created that life-changing, lost leader to free trial. And while we go through this, you're going to see that it says white label. You're going to see that it has like certain placeholders. That's because this is a template. We're going to be customizing it for you. So where it says white label, that'll be your logo. Where there's a picture of, like for example, over here, this would be your image because this becomes your product, your name. So this would be all customized for you. None of this generated with AI. This sales video, the script, the audio, all of this here created by us. This is sales copy created by me, written by me. All of this created, integrated with JVZoo for you. Everything here is set up for you. And this is intended to be a lost leader so that you get a lot of affiliates. So we would sell this at $17 and we would give 100% of this to affiliates in order to get all the traffic. The product is a training course on how they can use PLR to build their list. So it's a 4-video training course. And then it comes with 17 PLR products that they can start to create their own funnels with. So this is the mini library of PLR products. And this is why the reason we did 17 is because it works out perfectly. It's a $17 product. They're getting a course, a video training course, and then they're getting 17 products. It's $1 per product. And all of this right here is set up for you, sales page, copyright, everything. There's also a bonus module as well that they get. So they get a total of 5 video modules plus the library. That's the lost leader front end. Okay. Then what happens is when they buy that, we show them the free trial. So now they're, hey, thank you before you continue, typical one-time offer, but this is not a one-time offer. Instead, this is a free trial for 14 days with no strings attached. And what we're doing here is we're demoing the software, okay? So we're actually trying to get them to sign up and say, hey, we know you're interested in building your list. We know that you're using PLR to build your list. Well, what if we had a product where you could create that for you? You wouldn't have to make your own lead magnets. You could use our library of 100 lead magnets, and you can actually create your own lead funnels, and you can do that with our software. Why don't you try the software for 14 days? And if you like it, great, keep it. We're only going to bill you $37 a month. And if you don't like it, no problem, just cancel. You won't have to pay a thing, right? So that's the free trial. And we set this all up for you. We integrate it all. So you've got a lost leader going into a free trial. But then we also want to make a little bit of money for you and for affiliates, right? So we have an OTO. And this would be the OTO that offers them a library of 100 additional products with PLR rights. And I want to stress again, these products that you're looking at here, this library, I can go through these all, and you can see they're divided here into categories. You can see all the different categories, funnels, list building, online business, product creation, affiliate marketing, product launching, social media. All of these products, and the descriptions are on there when you hover over them, were created by myself and Melinda right here in that room right there. As a matter of fact, we created all of this. Melinda and her team, they went ahead and they created the book. There's a video, there's a book, there's documents that go with all of this stuff. And this is all original material. None of it was AI generated. And this right here sells for $197. So this will attract the affiliates. They're going to get 100% of the front end. They're going to get 50% of this $197, and you're going to get all of those recurring people signing up into your free trial, right? So that's the idea. Let me show you the actual members area. And again, I'm kind of flying through this right now because we'd be here all day if I showed you every nook and cranny. Members area has a welcome page. I'm going to point out the really important parts of this, okay? Important part of this, obviously, we're not going to watch a welcome video, but step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1 is register for the new member webinar. There's 2 spots where they register, here or here. And when they click, it's a one-click registration that automatically puts them into a webinar that you're going to make high ticket. So this is mine and Melinda's high ticket profits webinar. You're going to make 50% of the sales from the high ticket webinar. So again, you're making a high ticket sales from our webinar without having to have your own high ticket product, right? So anybody that comes into your members area, they went through your funnel, they signed up for your trial, they bought your OTO or maybe they didn't buy your OTA, but now everybody is told, hey, go register for the new member webinar. So you have a back end. You finally have that high ticket back end. There's a fast action bonus here for you. This site is monetized for you. So there's already a bunch of places where people can click, and it's loaded with your affiliate links. So you make a bunch of money. So those are called side doors where you make extra money. I'm going to show you the main parts of this site. You have the front end offer, you have the free trial and software portion, and then you have the OTA, which is that PLR library. So let's click in first to the training course. So these are the 5 videos that I told about. When you click on them, video plays right in here. So this is an example. As you can tell, it's my voice on there. This is an 18-minute video. This one is actually, it says them all right there. This is a 27-minute video, 25-minute video, 33-minute video, 26-minute video. So these aren't like 3-minute videos. These are actually substantial training videos. It comes with the presentation slides, a PDF transcript, so it's got downloads. This is a legit course. Like, you're not just selling garbage. This is legit training done by expert internet marketers, myself and Melinda. And then they also get this library of products that they can use. By following this training, we're actually showing them how they can use this library of products to start building their list. That's the whole purpose of this product, is to teach them how to build their list using PLR material. And then comes the upsell, that free trial that we're talking about, which is the software. So again, with the software, there's a video there, a quick tutorial. There's a settings page where they can connect their autoresponder. We have several autoresponders here that they can integrate with. And then once your customer connects their autoresponder with the software, now the software can add leads to their list. And this is where the tutorial videos are for them to learn how to use the software. We have 4 simple videos to teach them how to create a campaign, how to edit a campaign, and so on. And what I want to do really quickly, like quick and dirty here, as you see, I've done a couple of tests already. I just want to quickly create a campaign so you can see what your software does for your customers, okay? So I'm going to click Create a Campaign, and I'm going to select a product. So from a library of 100 products, I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to go ahead and click this one right here, Online Money Process. But obviously, you know, they can go through the library. They've got over 100 to pick from and all these different categories, okay? I'm just going to go with this one right here, Online Money Process. I click on it. I can name the campaign. Now, there's a lot of settings. I could walk you through them all. We kept it simple, though. There's 2 screens for them. And they're building their landing page right now. It can have a headline, a video, a description. They come pre-filled, or they can customize them. First thing I'm going to do is just name this. So I'm going to name this Black Friday Test. Okay. And I'm not really going to make many changes on here. I'm just going to kind of leave the product description as is. I am going to select the autoresponder. I already have one connected. So I'm going to select autoresponder Aweber. And then it's going to automatically pull in my lists. And I'm going to, I'm going to click on the Halloween list. It's just going to add people right now to my Halloween list. I'm not going to click delay download, but I do want a dark box, and I want a background image. I'm going to leave my button color alone. I'm going to select from my background, which is over 200. Actually, there's 141 background images for them to choose from on this screen, and then there's more on the download page as well. And I'm going to go ahead and go to my dark box category here, and I'm going to select that one. That looks very pretty. I'm going to select that image. Next, and that is pretty much the design for the landing page. So now you set up the download page. Your customer can set up his download page. Oops, I accidentally went back, and now I got to go redo it. Sorry. Got to select my list name again. I screwed this up. I broke the campaign because I refreshed. Let's see if it'll let me continue. Do I still have my name on here? No, I got to put in my name again. So actually, you know what? I'm going to go back to software. I'm going to start over because I interrupted the process, and now that probably is screwed up. So I'm just going to delete that one. I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to create a new campaign. I accidentally swiped my mouse, and it got off the screen. So I'm just going to start again. I'm going to do cyber sale test. Okay. And again, I'm going to select my Aweber account. I'm going to pull in Halloween list. I'm going to say dark box. Let's see if I can remember the image I used here. It was this one, right? Yeah, the pretty one. Yeah. So select that. I'm going to go next, and be careful not to move my mouse too fast this time, and switch my page. And here, again, we could have a headline. We can have a video. We can upload our own video, put our video URL in here. I'm just going to kind of leave things as they are. I'm not going to change anything. This time I'm going to go with Lightbox. And I am going to pick a background image, and I'll go to the Lightbox category this time. And what about that one? That one looks pretty neat. I'll select that one. And you can promote a product. If you want to promote a product, you can put the URL of the product you want to promote in a banner image. But I'm just going to save, and I'm going to see what the software created. Basically now, the user, here's our cyber test sale. There's no stats yet because obviously nobody's clicked yet. I'm going to copy the landing page URL so we take a quick look. I'm going to paste it right in here. And your customer will be able to create pages like this. Obviously, I left the default stuff in there. I didn't customize any of it, but they can change all of this information. Now they have a landing page that's already set up for them, that's putting leads onto their list, that's offering a product that they didn't even have to create. They picked it from a library of over 100 products that they didn't even have to make. So within 2 minutes, they can create these funnels that are going to help them build their list. Okay, so I'm going to go back over to the software now. I'm going to copy the download page URL. Let's take a look at what the download page looks like that we just made. We picked a different background for it. It doesn't have any banners or anything because I didn't select any, but this is where they can download their product. And you can see it's downloading up here. And take a look at it. Let's take a look at the quality of the product that they're getting. So I'm going to drag that and put it onto my desktop right now. Double click it to open it. And let's take a look at what we get. Take a look at the quality of this. Okay. So we're talking like legit PDF, ebook, graphics. Like it's just like a really nice product, right? And that's just the transcription. Take a look at this.
Welcome to this training.
So this is the actual video that comes with the product. This is a 35-minute training video on the online money process. And if you could tell, that's my voice. This is actually a training that Melinda and I wrote, created, narrated, performed. We did this ourselves. And then this is the transcription for this product. So this is the actual quality of the kind of products that you're getting in this library. So your customer is going to have access to this. They're going to be paying you monthly for access to this. And there's a few more things that your site actually has. Inside, there's also the PLR library. So this is OTO 3, the second OTO, where they're actually getting a library of 100 products. And this one actually contains PLR rights. So when they click on one of these, like let's say, I don't know, I'm going to click on this one right here. Let's see what comes in this package. It's downloading now. This is a little different because they've paid more money. They actually have the PLR rights to this material. So if I click this, this folder is going to be full of a lot more stuff. They've got here the images for the product. They've got the PNGs. They've got the editable PSDs as well for Photoshop. They've actually got the text, the editable raw text of the product that they can use. They've got the doc, right? So this is the editable doc. This is the docx file. Then they've got the PDF. They've got the rights. So they, as you can see, they have rights to do everything with it. And then there's actually the zip folder for the video as well. So they have the rights to all of this material because we're giving you master rights, which means that you can then give PLR rights to your customers, which is very, very powerful. You're getting all of this built for you, customized for you, licensed for you, set up on your domain, on your hosting. So that is an awesome, awesome offer right there that could really get you to start making money. This thing is also loaded with resources. So here, these are all links to additional products where you make money because we set this up with your affiliate links for MAP, for My Unfair Advantage, for Commission Experts. When one of your customers clicks on those, then that's going to take them to a site where you make a commission if they make the purchase. The support page is a very simple support instructions. There's also a legal page, a couple of other pages that this site has. I think there's like 20 pages in all. Don't quote me, but all the error pages, everything is created. This is all created with page protection. We use wish lists. We use optimized press. You don't have to buy any extra licenses for this. We give it to you. We hand it ready to use. Like when we hand this over, it is ready to start making money. But remember, that's only one of the 3 websites. I'm going to take a drink of water real quick, and then I'm going to jump into the next website because you actually get 3 for the price of 1. So the next one that you get is the workshop white label website. So this would be the sales page for the workshop white. So again, this is I'm not going to go and click on everything and show you every single nook and cranny. We'll scroll down and I'll kind of show you through. Again, a lot of this has placeholders. So like right here, this would be an image of you. So you would supply us with the image. We would customize this so that it would have your picture, your name, your logo. We would set all that up for you. And you can see this is a high quality site. Like we're not just going to like take money and then use AI to build this. Our team is doing this. Like we have a designer, we have a tech team that's going to install it all, pull it all together. So this would be the sales page. This is going to come with a JP page, a sales page, members area. And inside of the members area quickly, this is a simpler members area. So this isn't going to have a bunch of pages. Everything here is delivered in one page. But the cool thing here is that the workshops, there's a total of 10 workshops. And the way that the workshops work is they only see the one that they have access to this month. So if this is a trial where they get to sign up for $1, they get the first workshop, but then we're going to charge them, let's say $12.99 per week for all the additional ones. These will appear. So this will be grayed out until they have access to it. So until week 2, they won't have module 2. They won't have workshop number 2. Until week 3, they won't have workshop number 3. So once the billing kicks in, then the new workshop is unlocked. This is all set up once and it automatically happens, right? So you don't have to keep worrying about it. Here's a really cool way that they access their material. It's right there in a little drop down. And they've got their syllabus for their class. They've got their worksheets. They've got their glossary. And then they've got the actual training right in here. You can see that it's going to start playing here. And again, that is me recording that. This one right here is a 43-minute video. These are actual workshops. This is a 42-minute video. This is a 44. This is a 38-minute video. So almost 4 hours worth of training. It's like over 3 hours worth of lessons. And that's what you'll find. This is like an internet marketing university released 1 week at a time. It's dripped in, they get billed, and then the drip feed feature automatically opens for them the next product. We've got this all designed for you. And then it's monetized down here at the bottom where there's an additional unadvertised bonus. If they buy that, you make money on that. Right now, we intend on putting my unfair advantage in there. So this is a very, very powerful way for you to make money. This is an additional website. So this isn't part of the other one where it's like a one page in it. No, this is a completely separate website, separate domain, separate logo, separate set of branding, separate installation, and powerful, very, very powerful. Then there is and again, I'm going faster because I don't want to be here all day going through every nook and cranny. But then we've got, I almost forgot. This also has the 3 steps. So that, register for your, your webinar. You got the registration here for the back-end webinar as well. Whitelist our email instructions are here. And we set this all up for you so you don't have to worry about any integrations. This is my favorite. This is the new one that we have. This is the sales page for the AI white label product creation tool. This is a software and a training system. So in this system, we teach the user how to create their own digital information products, and then we provide a software to help them do it. And that software is an AI tool. So you would have to install, we'll show you how to do this, insert your OpenAI API key. So in your ChatGPT, your OpenAI account, we'll show you, there's a little video that shows you where to go, copy the key, paste it in, and then now it's using your account, and you're basically allowing people to create their products using the ChatGPT software that's built in, the AI software that's built in here that works with your ChatGPT account, your OpenAI account. This is the sales page for this. And again, this has got to be customized. Right now, it's just, demo mode. So that would be your picture there. There's just a placeholder right now. And what I want to do is actually show you the members area. So this is the members area. Again, set up a little bit different, more modern kind of AI style. This is the welcome video. Step 1 for the new member webinar. Step 2, whitelist the email. So our traditional step box steps right there. Then this is the table of contents that jumps to each section. So I'll take them to the overview, the actual system training that has the 4 videos on product creation. And then there is the software, which is right here. I'm going to show you that in a second. And then there are the resources, which is an additional section here because there's more parts to the process. It's not just the AI software. That's just part of the workflow. And then there's a bonus section down here that, again, is supposed to basically promote something for you that'll help you make more money if they purchase it. This is just a placeholder video right now. All of yours will be customized, right? So this right now is, again, bear with me. It's just a demo. So it's a template. Now, this is, I'm logged in as me. So I've done testing on here. And this is the software where you start the product creation workflow. Okay. So it's a digital product outline and description generator. I'm going to talk to you about how that works. But you have two options. You can generate new content or you can open saved content. So I have some saved products that I've already created here, but you can create new content by simply clicking on there, selecting a niche, or if you don't, they could just pick one. By clicking this. So this is relationship coaching, affiliate marketing. Then they can create a target audience that this product is going to be for. So I'm going to say all ages. I'm going to say for gender, both genders. I'm going to say it's going to be for newbies. It's going to be primarily sold in the USA. The language is English. Additional information. My people are procrastinators. And what's the core problem? They need to make money but don't have a list to promote to. Okay. And then now, what is the desired outcome? So you can check a few of these. You can check a bunch of them. They want to make more money. Again, this is basically depending on the specific audience or demographic that you're targeting. So I'm just randomly clicking a few. Then you can select the product type. This affects the output, right? So is it going to be video course? Is it going to be an audio course? Is it going to be an ebook, a report? What exactly am I making? I'm going to say video course. I just want it to give me some modules laid out for me. And then I'm going to click generate the content. It's going to take a few seconds. It's pulling all that in and it's creating everything I need to get my product creation started. And this is just awesome. I wish that this would have existed 15 years ago, 18 years ago, when I was struggling to create products and just starting with a blank screen. Good opportunity to drink some water. And of course, as soon as I pick up my water.
I remember how much time it would take us just to do what it's doing right now, like the product outline alone. I remember how long it would take us to like come up with it and think of it before even living here. We're like right when we started. And
I would be dictating, you would be typing.
Yes, and I would just type everything you said and type quickly, and that's how we had to do it back then. Yeah, and it's awesome to see technology and the way it is now.
And we're making it so much easier. Like we're eliminating prompting, so they don't have to do any prompting of AI or ChatGPT. We're doing it for them. So right here, the module content is laid out. So these are outlines for each of the modules, the video modules of their product. That's all been handed to them. And then this is the additional material. Here's the product description. They can use this now and they can turn this into prompts. So now that they have a product description, they can go to different AI tools. And that's in the training. We talked to them about how to use this as the beginning of the workflow. Here's different product branding, suggested domains. Here's unique selling propositions. So these are angles that they can use, hooks that they can use for the sales page, target audience benefits. So when they're creating those hooks or landing pages, exactly what to do. And then you can save it here. So we can save these results so that we can come back to them later. And if I go back now and I click open saved content, here's my course that I just created right here about affiliate marketing. I can download this right here. As you can see, it just downloaded that. And now I have it all in a text file. And I can use it here, copy, paste it into whatever. I can take this whole thing, put it into ChatGPT, give it instructions. There's prompting instructions as well that are included in the training in the system. You can download it. You can load it back into the software, or you can delete it. And this is the way that the software works. So the powerful thing here is that this is a combination of training plus software. So the training is what teaches them, and then the software is what kind of hooks them in and gets them hooked. You're getting this as part of this entire deal. And this is the third site. This is the second site. And remember, this is the first site, the white label one. You're getting 3 sites for the price of one. That's 3 income streams with software, with recurring. This is powerful. This is unprecedented. This is why I said we've never done this before, and we probably never will again. So I'm going to jump back in here. I know I'm talking fast, starting to lose my voice, and I'm going to just review kind of what we just went through. Let's talk about all the stuff that you're getting. and the value of it all. We're going to add it all up, and I'm going to show you the ridiculous low price that we're doing here for Black Friday cyber sale. Okay, the front end loss leader product. This is a 5 training. Again, this is the first website. This is the 5 video training course on how to use PLR to build a subscriber list, and the course includes 17 PLR products. Imagine if you were to hire someone to just create the 5 training video courses and make those 17 products. Imagine how long it would take you to do it. Make 17 products. Each of these products, probably about 25 to 30 pages each. They have about a 20 to 30 minute video each. So this is something that would be very time consuming for you to create personally, and it would be very expensive for you to outsource. We give a value of $2,997 for this. So if you were to say, hey, Omar, would you do this for me? Would you just make a 5 video training course and 17 products for me? I would say no, absolutely not. And if I would just say yes, the minimum amount that I would charge for that is $2,997. It comes with that 17 product library. So it's not just a video course. It comes with downloadable deliverables that also include PLR rights. So you have master rights, you're giving PLR rights to your people. It comes with a complete members area, a fully loaded 29-page. I thought it was, what did I say? 20 page. Mm-hmm. It's 29-page members area, protected with wishlist member and monetized for you. It's branded with your name, your logo, your image. We set this all up for you. It's got that back-end webinar. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But just this 29-page membership website, $2,997 value as well. Comes with a sales funnel. Not just one page. That's the sales page. Then there's the free offer. That's the free trial. And then there's the second OTO, which is the PLR library. So 3 offers: front end sales page, recurring upsell, free trial, and the OTO page. It also includes a JV page, all the sales videos, and you know what? This is customizable. When we hand this over to you, we're kind of like just handing you the keys to your Ferrari. You can drive it on a racetrack, or you can crash it into a tree. Like, this becomes your site. We also are going to be helping you with the tech support. We're going to handle that for you as well. But you can basically change a video. If you want to swap a video out, it's on you. You know, you can go ahead and re-record these if you want to do that. They've been done professionally. But if you want it in your voice, then hey, no problem, you could do that. We've actually had somebody that's done that already. Okay, so this is customizable by you. The sales funnel alone, $2,997 value. This includes all of the sales copy. This includes all of the JV copy. The JV page that you're looking at right now, this includes the JV tools. It includes the email swipes. It includes the JV doc. It includes the JV video, the demo, all of that's on the page for JVs. And by the way, that is the most important page of your funnel. A lot of people say, well, no, the sales page, because that's where, you convert people. No, if you don't have a JV page that's converting affiliates into partners, you're not going to have any customers on your JV page. You're not going to have any visitors on your sales page, rather, that you can convert into customers, because that's what the JVs do. So JV page is your most important page in your funnel. You're getting all of that with the funnel, with the membership site, with the front end product. You also get your own software as a service. Talking too fast.
Yes, you're talking way too fast.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get through it all. But I just demoed the software for you. This is a screenshot of my account in the software where we've got a lot of clicks and we've got a lot of traffic, and those are ones that we've had for a while. But this is your own software that you're offering for other people. Again, remember, I'm not trying to sell you this software for you to. You can certainly create an account for yourself in your own website and use it. But the idea here is that it's your software as a service for others. So you're getting our proprietary lead funnel building software built into your members area with a white label license to brand this as your own. This is the teeth of your offer. This is the part that hooks them in, because the free trial enables them to create their own, lead funnels, and then they get rebilled, right? So if they don't cancel their free trial, that billing kicks in. $2,997 value just on the software alone. Then there's the product library, okay? There's over 100 products in 2 libraries. Your site includes 2 libraries, because there's the software that has a library, and then there's 100 products that we personally created for your master library, your PLR library. Now, some of them are the same. So there is some cross-pollination between the two libraries, but you've got well over 100 products that you have. And you also have the ability to give PLR rights of 100 of those products in that big library to your people. Each product includes one MP4 video class and one ebook and the source files. Okay, so imagine if you were to hire somebody to create these products for you, right? What would it cost you? Do you think you could find somebody and you could say, hey, can you make 100 products for me? They each have to have a 30-minute video, right? And they each have to have a PDF transcription, and they each have to have graphics. How long would it take you to get that done, and how much would it cost you, right? I guarantee you it's going to take quite a while, and it's going to be a lot more than $2,997. And that's the value that we put onto that. And then you're getting a fully integrated and automated high-ticket back-end webinar. You make $348.50 for every single one of the sales that are made. That's because it's a $697 product called High Ticket Profit Academy that we sell. Melinda and I have an automated webinar that runs every single day. Your customers, when they sign up for your site, they see that link, they click, they're automatically registered, they attend the webinar. Some of them will buy. Everyone that buys makes you $348.50 on the back end. So now you've got all these additional income streams. And really, that's the purpose of every one of these 3 sites. So you're going to have 3 sites, 3 funnels now that are leading people into a back-end webinar. Each of the funnels make you money, including recurring commissions and recurring monthly, and also are going to be making you high-ticket profits as well. You're instantly approved as an affiliate, and we split the profits for you in this. So I have a vested interest. Melinda and I, we make money when you succeed. When you are making sales and you have people paying you and you have people inside your funnel, we succeed because that's how people get into our funnel, right? So it's a symbiotic relationship. We each actually profit when, we each win, right? It's a win-win-win scenario. And just this back-end webinar integration with a one-click automation tool in there, that's a $1,997 value. Then there's all of the plugins. This is built on WordPress. All the sites are built on WordPress, and they have all of our custom proprietary plugins. So the software plugins that we've built, there's also specific plugins to make the site do certain things. And there's also the plugins that we had to buy licenses for. So like, for example, the wish list member, the food gallery, where you see all those animated products moving around when you click and hover and you see the descriptions. Those are all plugins that do that. And we've purchased the commercial licenses to them so that you don't have to purchase that. So it comes ready to go. Wish list, we've already paid for a commercial license of wish list. You don't have to worry about that. Your site comes ready to go. It comes already set up on OP3. Now, here's the thing. With OP3, we do not have, they don't have a commercial license offer. They don't allow us to do what we're doing with Wishlist and the other plugins, right? So in order for you to be able to modify things later on, you're going to have to put in your own OP3 license. But you don't need to do this. The site is going to look amazing and work perfectly well without OP3. Like, you don't need OP3. It's already been created with our OP3 license. You would need an OP3 license if you want to make modifications of your own later on, okay? And so we value all the plugins and the licenses and things that we've had to pay at $997. Then there is this setup and integration of all of these sites. Now, we used to value this, I believe it was at $1997 for just one. Setup and integration means we're going to connect your site with Aweber. And I want you to understand something. This isn't just, oh, that's so easy. How could they charge me $2,000? They're copying the API key and pasting it from here into Aweber. No. Remember, you've got now a software that your customers can connect their Aweber to using your software. And that means we're going to need access to your Aweber Labs account. It's a free account, but it's completely separate from your regular Aweber. All of that integration and the setup with your JVZoo, the creation of the products in your JVZoo account, the JVZoo approval, we make sure that all of this passes the JVZoo compliance process. We are the ones that set up the integration with the backend webinar. We use Ever Webinar for that. All of the technical setup, all of the integration for all 3 sites, we handle all of that, adding your logo, testing everything. We basically hand you the keys, all done times 3. So times 1, it would have been $1997 for 3 sites. This is a $5,991 value. There's quite a bit of work that goes into this. I have 3 people on my tech team. Each of them have a role in part of the things that have to happen for all of the setup and integration. Then there's the promotion. We're actually going to promote your offer to our database of over 78,000 subscribers and customers on an evergreen rotation. Now, I want to set the expectation for this because I don't want you to think, oh my God, that's it. I've hit the lotto. I'm never going to have to promote or do anything ever again because Omar and Melinda are going to promote my thing. And look at all that money they're showing me. Well, there's also a disclaimer that says these results are not typical. Those are results that we've gotten from promoting things. That is a snapshot of one really good day that we were having inside of our JVZoo account. And I took a picture of it and I'm sharing it for you here to show you that we can make money when we promote things to our list. However, I also want you to understand that we have several people. We have 5 people that we're going to create these sites for. So we have multiple sites that we have to promote. And the way that we're going to do that is on an evergreen rotation. So I plan to put the URLs for each of these websites in every one of our emails that are going out. And we plan to do that for at least 1 year. We're going to be promoting your site and sending you traffic, a trickle of traffic on a daily basis. So this isn't going to be like a bulk broadcast email because that wouldn't be fair because the first person that gets the broadcast would be the one that would make get the most clicks. So I didn't want to do it. I wanted to evenly distribute this, but you're going to get a significant amount of traffic. And you're also going to get affiliates. So I'm going to value this right here, just the promotion, $2,997 value. Again, evergreen traffic. We're going to be sending it to you from our customers and subscribers. And then we're also going to get you affiliates. This will be a broadcast email. So what we're going to do here is we're going to announce your JV page to our database of over 6,300 affiliates. I don't give an exact number because we have new affiliates signing up all the time. And you're going to be able to get some affiliates by us endorsing your product and sending them an email saying, hey, check this out. I can't promise. I don't know how many of the affiliates will sign up to promote. I don't know if they're all going to promote for you, even if after they sign up, because again, it's a numbers game. If you email 6,300 affiliates, maybe 100 of them will look at it. Maybe 50 of them will be interested. 20 of them will sign up and 3 or 4 will end up promoting, right? Like it's never like, I don't want you to get shock value. Be like 6,300 people are going to promote. Ethel, we're rich. I don't want you freaking out and doing that. I want to try to keep this as transparent as possible. Okay. But I mean, just imagine if just 5 big names, imagine if you had like a John Thornhill or I don't know, a Joe Terrian or Tom Woods or one of these guys that are like, oh man, I like that product. I'm going to jump on it. Hey, Omar, thanks for recommending it. And now they're promoting. Now that one person could send you hundreds of customers. You know what I mean? So it's awesome that you have this, this opportunity to actually get the ball rolling because I didn't have that. I had to, when I first started, Melinda and I had to go to live events to meet affiliates. How many times did we travel to Vegas just to shake hands with people?
Like 9 times.
Yeah, just to go to live events, to meet affiliates in the lobby.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed myself, but
yeah, but it was work.
It was
I
work.
mean, we had to, get all these people on board. You don't have to do that. Yeah. We're going to basically introduce you to our affiliates. I give this a $2,997 value. And remember, you're getting more websites. Website number 2, full-blown membership site. This says 7 professional workshops. It's actually 10 because we've added 3 more. It comes with the worksheets. It comes with the resources, the JV page, the built-in drip feed feature. So it opens up, every single week they're going to be releasing a new workshop for them. So you could build them weekly. And we set this all up for you. That's a sample of the sales page, sample of the members area. It also comes with a JV page that we're going to actually don't have a screenshot of that here. But again, we set up all the technology for you. This one website alone can make you so much money. We value building this, constructing this, including the material that's in here. Hours and hours of workshops. Each one of these is a minimum of 3 hours total, and you've got 10 of them in there. So it's at 30 hours of training. This is an internet marketing university that you're going to be able to sell access to. $5,997 value. Again, white label, all branded for you, integrated for you. And then we've got website number 3. And that is the full-blown membership site, product creation, training, and resources, including a comprehensive product research AI software built into the dashboard. And that's the software that I kind of walked you through there. This, again, very, very powerful. The software has teeth, hooks them in, $5,997 value for this. We just gave you a whole demo of that. And I wish that I had time to like click on everything and show you everything. It's just so much. There's just a very, very robust offer. So I hope that you're, getting the excitement from the sound of my voice, because I'm pretty excited about being able to offer this. We're going to give you 60 days of maintenance and technical support for all 3 sites. So times 3. And what that means is we've got some tech ninjas on our team. Okay. I've got one guy, his name is Adam. I think he's a vampire. Like, he never sleeps. Doesn't matter what time of day. I
swear that he has a clone, or he has a twin or something. It's like, no matter what time of day I've reached out to him, he's responded within 2 minutes, or less, and I'm just like, don't you sleep?
Yeah. So Adam's in charge of anything that has to do with the server. Melinda and I have 3 servers that we full-time dedicated servers that we use for our business. And this comes with technical support, meaning we're going to make sure your site is up and running. We're going to make sure that everything is up to date. All your plugin updates, all your security, all your backups, all of that stuff. We're handling it for you for 60 days included with this, making sure that the transition and the setup and the traffic and all that is going smoothly for you. I don't want to just like throw this at you and then just like, throw you to the wolves, right? And then you're like, oh my God, I got all this technology. I don't know what to do with it. No, we're here for you. We've got a technical wizard that's going to get there and help you if you run into any kind of trouble whatsoever. If we were to add all this up, okay, the front end loss leader, $2,997. The members area for that product, $2,997. The sales funnel with the 3 offers, that's the front end loss leader, the free trial, the PLR library, $2,997. The white label software as a service, $2,997. The 150 product plus library. So remember, it's 2 products. There's cross-pollination. So there's a little over 150 products in there. The libraries do share some of the same products, right? So just want to be clear about that as well. $2,997 value there. The back-end webinar and webinar integration, where you get to make $348 per sale. That's a $1,997 value. All the custom plugins, all the licenses, all of that taken care of by us, included when we hand each of the sites over to you. $997 value there. The setup and the integration times 3 websites. We're going to set all of this up. We're going to do all the integrations. We're going to submit all of them to JVZoo. All your products are going to be approved and ready to collect payments when we hand you the keys. $5,991 value there. The traffic rotation. So we're going to be trickling traffic in once it's ready for sale and you're ready to go. So, there's a couple little things that you got to do. You got to pop in your support email address. You got to put your picture in. A couple of little things. We have a checklist that you get when we're all done and we hand it over. And then we start sending you traffic. That's a $2,997 value. We're going to trickle in traffic for you for a year. We've got a JV blast that we're going to send. So we're going to send our affiliates an endorsement, let them know, hey, look, our friend here is one of our clients, has actually got a great product. And we're going to go ahead and send that blast for you. We've also got that workshop website. So that's the additional website that you're getting. That's a $5,997 value product. This is where they can drip feed on a weekly basis. You got 10 workshops. We were initially going to do only 7, but I said, okay, let's just go ahead and do the 10. So you're getting 10 workshops. You also get an AI software website. So this is the product creation training. It's a workflow course that they get the software included. You just connect, you drop in your API key from OpenAI and boom, it is ready to start rendering content like what I just showed you in the demo. And then we're going to throw in 60 days of maintenance and support, tech support for all of this. Make sure you understand how everything works. We're going to make sure that we take care of all your backups and everything. That's a $2,991 value for all 3 of the sites we're doing that. If you were to add up each one of these, that would come out to a total of $44,949. And that's real value. Real value, because I've just broken it down for you. None of this is inflated. That's what I would charge for each individual thing. And frankly, you can't hire me to just do some of these things that are out here. And $44,000 is not really a crazy price to pay for 3 businesses, 3 income streams. Now, it's going to be up to you what you do with them if you start running it like a business, but it's a $44,949 value. It's almost $45,000 value, right? we have VIP clients that have paid us over $15,000. As a matter of fact, we have clients that have paid us over $30,000, and they would jump on this in a minute. I guarantee you, we have one client that paid us for 3 sites, 3 custom websites. He paid us $25,000. I'm actually looking at his name right now on our whiteboard there. Mm-hmm. But there are so many people that I know would jump on this 3-site deal for $15,000. Like, no questions asked. They'd just be like, hey, yes, sign me up. No problem. But you don't have to pay that. You don't have to pay $15,000 for a $45,000 package. We're going to do much better than that for you. We've actually had customers that have paid us $10,000 for less than this. I've actually had clients that have come to our home for a weekend for poolside profits that have paid us $10,000 or more, and they only got content. Like, they didn't get sites built for them or anything. They just got, at the end when they left, they got a zip folder on a flash drive of the videos we recorded that weekend. They didn't even get the sites, the funnels, the integrations, and all this stuff that we're talking about here. But you don't have to pay $10,000 like they did for just content. We actually recently made it, not recently, this is 2 years ago. We did one funnel that we sold a DFY offer for. We sold it for $5,000. It sold out in 90 seconds. It was crazy. I never experienced that one before. Maybe you were on that one that we did. It was us and John Thornhill together. In 90 seconds, we didn't know what to do. We were like, we weren't even done with the presentation yet, and people were complaining in the chat, hey, what the page is blank. I can't buy. Like, where did I put it? And we were like, we didn't know what to do. We were shocked. We're like, oh my goodness. So yeah, you don't have to pay $5,000 like they did. Obviously, a $45,000 package, 3 websites at $5,000, that would be a steal. I bet you we have people right now in this chat that would say, yeah, hey, if it's $5,000, I'll jump on right now. I absolutely know that it is a steal. It would be a steal at $5,000, but you don't even have to pay that for these 3 websites. Are you ready? Oh, as a matter of fact, remember I mentioned we had clients that have done this in the past? Okay. These right here are the actual clients. These are the pictures that I put on their websites for them. And you have Henry, you have Tim, you have Kevin, you have Nick, you have Tom, you have Justine, Pamela, Tess, Graham, Gary. Each of these people have paid thousands of dollars for just one website. That's a fact. As a matter of fact, before we did this presentation, we had to contact them because some of them recently bought a website from us, and we had to contact them and say, hey, listen, we're going to run a Black Friday special. We don't want you to freak out. And if we're going to be doing 3 sites for the price of 1. So if you want to pay the difference, we're going to hook you up. We're going to give you a special deal. So don't freak out on us. I remember when I didn't even have the site yet. I was just talking about the idea with one of these people. And she said, yeah, right now. I want it right now. Just sign me up. I'm going to get it. She's like, you say you're going to do 2 more sites. I already got 1. You're going to do 2 more like that. I was like, yeah, absolutely. And she already did, right? She signed up for that. And we haven't.
We were on a call yesterday.
Right. So we had several people. I think we've had 3 people out of these here that's like, yeah, go ahead, sign me up. So I'm just being transparent with you. I'm not making this up to kind of blow smoke up your butt when I'm saying, hey, look, we have high ticket paying clients. We have people that have paid, thousands of dollars for just one website, but you don't have to. Okay, you ready? Today, you pay only $3,995. That's a one-time fee, one time for all 3 websites and everything. You're getting $45,000 worth of websites, integrations, and products set up for you on your domain, white labeled for a one-time fee of $3,995. And this is very limited. We're only doing this for 5 people. You have to go here right now. It's recurringempire.biz/order. recurringempire.biz/order. If you go there right now and there is still a license available, you'll be able to get your 3 websites, and you're going to be paying a fraction of what other people have paid. The first thing that you're going to see when you go there is there's going to be a recap of the offer on the top of the page where you can see everything that we talked about. And then all you need to do is fill out your information. We're going to ask for your name, for your email address, and your phone number. Now, here's the deal with the phone number. Nobody's going to call you and try to sell you Amway or anything like that, okay? The reason that we had the phone number in there is because you do need to do a 10-minute, we call it a discovery call with Melinda. This is not a sales call. We do this on Zoom. And Melinda gets on with you. She explains the next steps. There's instructions on how to do your domain. We've got to do some technical work for you, right? So, the hosting, we have to talk about the hosting. We have to talk about the domain. There's a couple of things that we got to kind of square away here. And we like to do that one-on-one because emails get lost in spam. Emails, sometimes we don't like people getting upset. Like, I haven't heard from you. It's been 13 minutes. And we don't want anybody freaking out. So by setting up a quick call with Melinda, and even though it's a Zoom call, because you right after you purchase, you go to a calendar, you can actually pick your spot and schedule your call. It's very hands-off, very easy to do. You look at your calendar. Melinda has days available. She'll talk about that. But my point is that sometimes we've had calls where like somebody doesn't show up, or we've had an issue where like the domain isn't working, or there's a problem and we need to call you. Like there has been a couple of situations in the past where like, man, I wish we had this person's number. Yeah. I really wish we had this person's number, because now we have to wait until there's like an issue or a question or like a login. For example, we have to submit your product for approval at JVZoo, and all of a sudden we try to get in there because the JVZoo sent us a message saying, hey, we need to do this with this client, and we can't get in because your password's been changed or something like that. And man, I wish we could get a hold of this. Now we got to send an email, wait till you respond.
Sometimes it's 24 hours.
Yeah. That's the reason that we have the phone number field in there. Okay. So I don't think it's a required field, but I definitely recommend you put it in. You'll also see that there's a button, a little thing to tick off to agree to the terms. The terms are very, very clear. We're setting this up for you. There are no refunds, and you agree that this is something that you want. This isn't a trial. You're not kicking the tires. We're going to build these sites and put them on your hosting. Okay. We can't take this work back. So once you do that, you're going to select whether you want to pay with credit card or with PayPal and complete your order. Then you'll be taken to this congratulations screen, and there'll be a little link on there, which will take you to what we call the portal, the product portal for Recurring Empire. When you log in there, you're going to see a video from Melinda and some instructions, and basically she kind of walks you through the process so that we can get started working on your package. Okay, so I'm going to go through some questions right now. These are the typical questions that people ask, and hopefully yours is answered. If not, we'll get to any questions that you might have at the end. All right. So why is the price so low? Well, we've already created these assets in our own business, right? So we've already got the 150 products, right? It's not like I've got to now go and start creating this. This is stuff that we've already created. We have the team, we have the infrastructure, everything is in place. So we're not going to incur a bunch of expense from this. So we can keep the price very low. We also have a team. We have 6 people on staff. We have a technical team of programmers and webmasters and a designer, and we've got Melinda and her team, the admin staff, the support team. So we've got everything there already. So it's very easy for us, since we're established and we've got the infrastructure. We can do this a lot faster than a one-man shop, right? So also, why is it so low? Well, we benefit from your success with the back-end webinar. Your products is going to serve as the funnel that's going to be feeding the back-end webinar, and we make money on the back-end webinar. So we're being transparent about that. We want you to succeed. We want to help you. So we're driving traffic, because eventually some of those sales turn into sales for us as well. It's a win-win-win situation. And we want to give real value to 5 determined people. We got to keep it down to 5, because like I said before, we want to be able to do these for you in a reasonable amount of time. Okay. So we're going to knock these out for you within 60 days. It's going to be even less than that. I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. We'll give you an exact date. But I want to keep it reasonable, right? Because we're going into the holidays. My team needs a break too. Melinda and I need a break. Nobody wants to work on Christmas Day or New Year's Day. And we want to take a couple days off. And I want to be able to set the expectations properly. So we want to give 5 people. I can't say we'll take 10, because then now I've got to make 30 websites, and it takes time, even if it takes a lot more than one day. And if I took 30, if I took 10 orders and I had to do 30 websites, it would take me 30 days straight just to deploy those websites, set them all up. And the amount of back and forth that you have to do with each client to get their picture and 5. We're doing 5. Okay. And if you want to get this, you got to go right now to recurringempire.biz/ order. recurringempire.biz/order. Limited licenses are available. I don't know how many are there now, whether you're watching live or you're watching this on the replay. This is only going to be going on until the midnight on Black Friday, on Cyber Monday. So there's a countdown timer. And, it's whichever comes first. Either we run out of time or we run out of spots. I want to also clear this up with you in case you're wondering. This is not robot content. All of this stuff was made by myself and Melinda. Our team, our coders, in-house, we've done all of this. We did not have ChatGPT write this stuff. We did not have Claude or whatever all the other ones are, Gemini, and we created this. This wasn't robots. This is humans that made this material. This wasn't outsourced. All content is 100% created by Melinda and myself in-house. This is not copied code. We didn't go to Code Canyon and buy some plugins and throw them in there and try to convince you that this is the software that you're licensing is our Convert Tools proprietary software that we built. Like from the whiteboard to the screen, like we created this, and it took us a long time to build it and test it. And we're installing that in your site. We built this software from scratch, and you're going to get this all set up for you. You got to jump in before we run out of time or run out of spots at recurringempire.biz/order. recurringempire.biz/order. Limited licenses are available. I want to be clear about this. I mentioned it already. I'm going to mention it again, and I want to spend a second on here, a couple of seconds. This is a custom done-for-you service. I cannot get this back. This is something that if you're not sure 100% that you want it, you should not even buy it. I don't want you to kick the tires. There's no trial here. There are no refunds for this. This is custom work. We have limited spots. Do not take up a spot for somebody if you're just like, let's see how this goes. No, this is a done-for-you service. We have a very limited amount of white label licenses. So do not take a spot if you're just trying to kick the tires. If you're serious, if you want to kick off 2026 strong and finally start getting the recurring income that you deserve, let us help you set it up. But there are no refunds. Once you sign up for this, we are going to build these sites for you. Now, even though there are no refunds, I want to give you this guarantee, okay? This is our rock solid guarantee. Because we are doing this ourselves, we can guarantee you that you will have a recurring offer of your own. You will have a funnel of your own. You will have a JV page for your own affiliates. You will be able to make recurring sales, and you will grow a customer list of your own. I can guarantee you that those things will happen because we're personally going to make those things happen. I can't guarantee you how much money you're going to make because exact results are going to vary, but you will get results. I can say that. You should be wary of anybody that promises you an exact amount of money. And I've seen those offers before. And I know that good people fall for that kind of thing. And I hate when I see it. But we're not going to pretend that you're going to make X amount of dollars. You're going to be in a position to make money, but it's going to depend on also your effort and how seriously you take this. If you want in on this, go here right now. recurringempire.biz/order. recurringempire.biz/order. There are limited licenses. You're getting the most commonly neglected parts of the funnel. You're getting the JV page. A lot of people don't realize that that is the most important page in a funnel, and they don't spend a lot of time on it. They spend a lot of time on their sales page. They spend a lot of time on their upsell page, spend a lot of time on their members area, and then they just quickly breeze through the JV page because that's just dumb, really, because nobody's going to see that sales page, that upsell page, or that members area if you don't have JVs promoting. So arbitrarily, arguably, the JV page is the most important page. We're handling that for you. We're also going to be emailing an army of affiliates on your behalf, right? We're going to be endorsing your product to them and trying to get them. Again, I can't guarantee you how many will sign up, but I will let all of my affiliates know. And we're going to be sending you a consistent stream of customers. I should say potential customers, because we're going to be sending you the traffic, right? This, by the way, is how you conquer attrition, because people sign up, but every month somebody will cancel, somebody's card will fail, and you have to replace that person. So by having traffic that's trickling in, by having, affiliates that are promoting, you're going to be making sales that are going to replace all of those people that you're losing out on. Okay, so this package includes all of that for you. And if you're wondering whether or not this is for you, well, if you're the kind of person that has limited time, I don't have time to build 3 websites. I don't have time to design all this. I don't have to learn how to do all these skills. I don't have time to do that. Then this is for you. This is for you if you don't want to learn how to do this. Well, I don't want to learn how to freaking make software and make code and create all these videos and all that stuff. If you're overwhelmed by the tech, building the site, maintaining the site, the servers, all that stuff. This is for you if you've been frustrated trying to do any of this stuff that I'm talking about alone in the past, or if you don't want to risk doing it wrong. We got you. We got your back. Just go to recurringempire.biz/order. We're going to get you all set up. And this is not for you if you're impatient, if you're a control freak, if you don't trust us, or if you can't let us do the work. Look, we've had it in the past where somebody signs up and then right away, like, hey, where's my site? Dude, you signed up yesterday. Okay. Yeah. But I wanted to start promoting. Can you start promoting today? No, that's not how it works. We have to build it first. So if you're impatient, if you're a control freak and you want to be involved in the design process, if you can have some involvement after we hand it in as far as you changing your site. We're going to give you access to your site, admin access. It becomes yours once we hand it over. But you have to trust us to be able to do what we need to do. You have to provide us with, your domain. There's a couple things. Melinda will talk a little bit about that. But if you can't let us do the work, then this is not for you. You have to trust us to be able to do this and build it for you. recurringempire.biz/order. So what do I need to have? All right. So there's some things you need to have. There's some things that are optional, and I'm going to just mention them now here for you. Okay. Aweber. You need to have an Aweber autoresponder account. That is required. Okay. No, not some other autoresponder. Aweber. That's the one that this integrates with, because that's the one that your software offers your clients, your customers. We're going to need you to have an active Aweber account. And I know it might sound silly to you that I have to mention this, but when I say you need an Aweber account, you need a JVZoo account, it has to be an active account. This has actually happened where somebody gave us an Aweber account that was inactive. It was literally shut off for non-payment, and they gave us access to an account. It was
a free account.
Yeah, the one that I'm talking about was not active, and the person had let it run out, and it was not active. And when I said, we need an active account. So you didn't say that. What do you what? Like, I'm mentioning it because it just needs to be mentioned. They need to be active. So we need an active Aweber account. I don't care what level you have. We need an active Aweber account. There's also instructions on how to set that up and all that when you get access to your portal. JVZoo. Again, this is this is a free account, and this is required. You have to have a JVZoo account, and your JVZoo account has to be active and has to be set up. Like, you have to have already connected your PayPal, connected your Stripe. That's how you get the money. That's how you get payments. So you have to handle that stuff, your banking and all that stuff. Like, you have to connect that to JVZoo. We don't see any of that data once it's already been connected, but we need to be able to get in there, and it has to be active so that we can load up your product and do your integrations. You also need hosting, right? So you need a D9 hosting account. That is required. And I know that Melinda's going to talk a little bit about this, so I don't want to kind of steer you wrong because there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this, but you do need to have a D9 hosting account.
Yeah,
right?
You definitely need a D9 hosting. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, what about I have this hosting and that hosting? We recommend D9 hosting. We have a relationship with D9 hosting. We've been using them since the beginning. If something goes wrong with your site, we can literally call one of the owners and we can get someone to help us right away. We can't do that with just any hosting company, but we can do that with D9.
Yeah. You're also going to need 3 domain names. That's required, right? And again, don't go nuts buying the domain names. We can help you with this. Melinda's going to get on a call with you. I wouldn't go nuts buying any of this stuff.
I wouldn't do any of this stuff right away.
Yeah.
I would definitely, once you log into, you get access to the site, you're going to see, my calendar in there, so you can schedule a call with me. And you're going to see the page, the setup page. Don't even go to the setup page until after you've had your call with me, because you don't want to do something incorrectly, or you don't want to go down one path and next thing you know, after a call with me, you're like, crap, I got to do that again.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure you're not wasting your time.
Yeah, we can help you with the domain. So we can help you with the hosting. We might already have a domain that you can use that we can transfer to you. And a lot of times another thing is like, have the conversation with Melinda, because I've seen some people where it's like they made a domain that's like the name has nothing to do with the site,
it's like a company name.
and it's like, no, that doesn't work well. So Melinda can give you some tips on like what's okay, what's not, and she can make some suggestions. And then obviously it's your business. You're going to run it. We're going to build the sites for you on your hosting, your domain, and all that. But again, it's completely. I think it's pretty important that you speak to Melinda first. The other thing is a logo. You're going to need a logo. This is optional. We've got a guy on our team that can make the logo for you. So don't go nuts with this.
Yeah, I wouldn't go nuts with this, and I wouldn't spend hours of you trying to do it. It should be a professional looking logo, and it has specific, like dimensions and stuff like that. So don't go crazy with that. Again, wait until we get on a call. Let us discuss it before you go crazy. I don't want you to get so excited where you just spend time working on these things, and now we have to do something again, or now it's gonna delay the project. So make sure you get on the call with me first. Yeah,
and I've seen logos where like people make this beautiful logo that looks great on this giant screen, but then when we're going to reduce this down to like 150 pixels to be on the corner of your website, and then it looks horrible. Like you can't read it, you can't understand it. So you need a professional design that so that it's a scalable image, and optimized press. So again, I mentioned this earlier. Optimized press is an optional thing. If you have an optimized press key and you want to modify your site later after we hand it over, you can knock yourself out. You're going to need your own optimized press key in order to modify that. We can't let you use ours. That's just part of the OP rules. Pretty much all of this stuff will be discussed further on your call. And that's what you need to have. So go to recurringempire.biz/order. How much can you expect to make? I want to address this because even though I've mentioned several times and the disclaimer and all that, people always ask. We cannot guarantee exactly how much you'll make. The results that we've talked about here have been our results or student results. Your exact results will vary, and they're going to depend on your efforts. Yes, even though we're building the site for you, even though we're doing the integrations, even though we're even sending traffic and affiliates and all that, it's going to depend on you and your effort because it's your business. It's the work that you put in after the site becomes yours. Are you going to be a good business owner? Are you going to continue to recruit affiliates? Are you going to manage your support? Are you going to answer people's emails? Are you going to neglect it and think that just because you bought it, that's it? That it's not a lottery ticket. It's a business, and we're giving you a huge advantage here. But it's still going to depend on your efforts. Your membership sites will finally put you in a position to generate multiple recurring revenue streams, but it's going to depend on you how much you make.
Omar had mentioned before that when we first started, we were doing 3, sometimes 4 launches in a year. Right here are your 3 launches for 2026. You can literally now, you don't have to release them all at the same time. You can spread them out. So now you've got a head start on 2026.
That's a great idea. recurringempire.biz/order. So I'm going to give you a theoretical example based on the numbers that we talked about before. Remember we said 256.4 units is the average that we're seeing in the launches. Well, imagine if you had 256.4 members and they were each paying you $37 a month, because that's what your software sells for. Again, this is a theoretical example because in order to get 256 members, you would have to have a lot of signups because some of them will cancel, right? And they have that 14-day trial. So let's say you had 500 people and half of them canceled. And now the 256 that are left are each paying you $37 a month. theoretically, that would be $9,486.80 per month, less whatever your affiliate commissions are going to be or what have you. This is, again, a theoretical example of possible earnings by just multiplying arbitrary numbers based on stats that were an average or a small picture of the marketplace. So I hate it when, I've been through a lot of webinars, man, where people just throw up these big crazy numbers to get people excited. I don't want to run that kind of business. Melinda and I really pride ourselves on doing things ethically. I want you to make an informed decision here, not an impulsive one. We have a countdown timer because the sale runs out and we have a limited amount of spots. That's a real limitation. That's a real hard deadline. We will shut it down at that time. And these are theoretical possible earnings. I put this on here because people always ask, but the reality is that you're not going to have these same exact results. You might have more, you might have less, you might not have any if you don't launch it, if you don't do anything. So again, the results are going to vary. Okay, so this one is probably one of the most important questions, right? When will you receive your product, or rather your package, right? Because it's 3 products. We're going to give all 3 of them to you at the same time. Our goal is to hand over your sites by January 15th. All right. So I say 60 days on the order page. Right now it is the end of November. So that gives us December and January to get all of this done. There are a couple of holidays in that time, right? So we've got Christmas, we've got New Year's. There's a few days off that we have. Our team likes to have a rest, just like you and your family like to have a rest as well. So we're going to shoot for January 15th to hand them over to everybody. Might be a couple days earlier, might be a couple days after. We are definitely on the order page. You can hold us to 60 days. You'll have it within 60 days. I believe that we can get this done based on the team, based on the speed, based on everything. I believe that we can get this done by January 15th. Even considering the fact that there are holidays. Melinda's looking at me with a little smirk.
No, I agree. I think we've got a great team, and I think that we can definitely get those done.
So recurringempire.biz/order. What responsibility do I have? Well, I think I kind of just talked about this a little bit. You'll run your business as usual. You're going to need to provide support to your customers. Remember, we do technical support for you for 60 days. That means you can contact us. You have a problem with your site. There's a plugin that needs to be updated. Something got messed up because you poked around and did something you shouldn't have been doing. Whatever. Like, we're going to be there for you, and our technical team is available to you. But Melinda's not going to be answering your support questions for you. Like, people can't call our office and be like, hey, like she told me.
We've had people upset because they said, well, you said you were going to do everything. Right. And I was like, I'm not going to run your business for you. I have my own business to run. Yeah. But yes, you're going to still have to, answer your customers, questions. And that's why it's important to make sure that you're getting with us and you're going through.
Yeah. We actually, and by the way, we teach you how to do all this stuff. Like we give you, when we hand this over, you get a instruction manual. So like, there's a lot of videos in there, and you don't have to watch them all, but like, there's videos in there about like resetting passwords, like how you can handle customer issues. There's even training in there in case you want to get more affiliates and different ways. So it's not like you have to watch, 20 or 30 videos in order to make this work. No, we give you the resources. So you're going to have this library there of videos that's for you, training for you in your website, so that you can manage your site. But yeah, somebody has an issue with something. What if somebody wants to cancel, and they send you an email and they say, hey, I don't want to be rebuilt. Okay, well, you're going to have to go into your JVZoo, find that person, look up that person by the email, and click the cancel button. Like, that's you managing your business. So you're going to have to spend time every day. You're going to have to check your emails and your support questions and things like that, right? So that's running your business. And again, don't worry about, we're going to show you how, like, we have training in there for that. And our technical team is available for you if you have a technical problem, but they're not available for your customers. So your customers can't call me. You can. recurringempire.biz/order. What happens after you purchase? Well, you're going to receive instant access to your product creation portal. And then Melinda is going to hop on a quick 10-minute discovery call where she's going to sell you soap and candles.
Yes. And Mary Kay.
Cosmetics.
I'm just kidding. No, we're basically going to discuss, it's going to be 10, 15 minutes, the max, where we're just going to go over the steps, the process, just so you have a better, clear understanding. If you have any questions, that'll be the time that you can ask me and I can answer them. And if I don't know what the answer is, I can get it for you.
Yeah.
So that'll be the time that you and I just have some one-on-one time just to go over a couple of things.
Yeah, she'll
And we'll
talk
go
about
down
the fulfillment. There's like a checklist or steps.
We'll go down. We'll discuss the steps and what's needed, which Omar mentioned them already. For the most part, the AWeber and things like that, and you know how we can help you and what will, like Omar and I mentioned, the logo and stuff like that. We can help you with that kind of stuff. So we'll discuss that. But yeah, it's going to be a quick call. It's not going to be a very long call, and I can help answer any questions you might have.
Awesome. Randy's asking, do you need an OP key to receive OP updates? I'm not sure. I don't think that you do. I think you'd push the update without a key. There's multiple OP plugins. So it's the OP Builder, the OP Dashboard. It's like OP is a suite of plugins. I'm pretty sure you can update them without a key. Not 100%, but if that was the case and it needed to, within the 60 days, we would no problem update them. Like we would take care of all the updates and stuff for you. recurringempire.biz/order. Is there a payment plan? Can I take $3,000? No, what is it? $39.97 and then pay you over the next 10 years?
No.
Okay.
No, there isn't a payment plan. If you want to split up the payment into multiple cards, we can jump on a call and I can help you with that.
Right. So that's our actual phone number.
Yes.
If you call that right now, we probably won't answer because it is late. But if you call during business hours, during business days, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Eastern, either Melinda or Ann answer the phone, or is it Zaldi? One of us, not me. I never answer that phone. Melinda answers it, and if it's outside of business hours or if they're on a call, they'll call you back. It's actually our number. It's actually our office phone number, and Melinda can help you with a payment plan. But we don't do a payment plan. I'll tell you why we don't do a payment plan, because if you don't have the $3,995 to invest into this, then it's probably not a good thing for you to buy. I've had in the past, not with these customers that I showed you or that I've bought this, but I've had in the past, I've been doing this 18 years, and I've had situations where people just tried to swing it, like, well, I'll make the first payment and then hopefully they'll hand me the thing and I'll use it to make money so that I can make the second payment. And then that never happens, right? So they get their thing and then they never do what they need to do to get making money, and now they can't afford to make their second payment. So then they end up defaulting on it, and we end up losing the work that we did. So I don't like doing that. I don't like creating that situation for myself. But if you don't have $3,995 available on one card or in one account, or you'd rather do a transfer or whatever Melinda does, just ask her, just talk to her, just give her a call and say, hey, this is what I want to do. If we can do it and it makes sense, then yeah, we'll do it. But yeah, I don't split this up over 6 months or anything like that, because it's just not. It's not fair for us, and it just extends the whole process. And there's a likelihood, there's a chance that you wouldn't finish paying, or that the person that does. I'm not saying you would, but it's happened to us. Yeah. So that's why I just want to say that. So recurringempire.biz/order, and that is the presentation. That's what we got. We want to thank you, and we want to say God bless. And I guess I can go back over to StreamYard, and I can remove that, and now we can be full screen for everybody to see. Oh, look, they gave us a heart and a like. We've had likes and hearts, and do they have? Oh, look, and I've got the comments here. I didn't even need this.
Oh yeah,
Jupiter Jim says we're amazing. Thank you, Jupiter Jim. Wow, look at all these comments. Is this on Facebook too, or is this just?
No, that's just StreamYard.
Just StreamYard. Okay, awesome. Cool, good deal. So I really love using StreamYard. I got to get used to using the StreamYard Studio. Not quite used to it, but I hope that you guys have enjoyed the presentation. Does anybody have anything else that they want to ask before we wrap it up?
I don't see any more questions.
It takes 10 seconds. So if they've heard us, then it'll take a few seconds for them to type in. So I guess you've addressed all these. I see Ronnie was here. Jim was active. John. Randy's in the house.
Oh, I missed some questions. Oh, some of those are, you have some Facebook
Oh,
questions
is that
mixed. I thought I saw a Facebook one. Go down.
How do you know?
Right
oh, yeah, there it is. Claudia Lopez is asking, is this from MAP or something
Where's
else?
she posting that? Like,
I guess it would be on my Facebook.
well, you post you're. It looks like you're streaming to mine too.
Yeah. I'm streaming to higher level. Yep. Let me look. I hope it doesn't feedback. Oh yeah, look, we're live. Oh, that's awesome. That's on higher level. And over here, it says we're live here too.
You streaming on my Facebook?
Yeah, streaming.
I'm like,
I streamed on all of them. I clicked on everything.
you didn't get my permission.
I clicked on everything. I told you the other day. I said, "Hey, I logged in to connect your
I didn't know what for, but yeah,
your Facebook." So
it's fine.
yeah, that's a cool thing with StreamYard. You could just like on the website, on I just clicked everything. We're even on YouTube right now.
Oh, cool.
We're live on YouTube. We're live on, and then I tried going live on Twitter, but it gave me some message. Not only that, but look, we can even see what it looks like when we're vertical.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I could switch it to vertical, and we can see what it looks like in vertical, which is pretty neat. All right, so I think that's going to wrap it up for us. Let me go ahead and do the. I already did that thank you part. All right, guys. So thank you very much. That has been our Black Friday cyber offer presentation. Look, this is a great deal. We've never done it before. It's unprecedented, and this could really set you up strong for your 2026. We invite you to lock arms with us and jump on board. We've got a limited amount of these. So, take action right now. Go over to the URL that I just shared with you and take action. And we look forward to helping you grow your business in 2026. Thank you for being here with us. We love you and God bless.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Take care.